Hi, I'm Leslie, and I am creating a series of fence boards with different art on it. Well, actually, it's just flowers, but I'm doing the different seasons on the boards to create a fence in my backyard. And I decided this week that I would do watercolor on wood. Yeah, don't do that. Bad idea. Watercolor and wood do not work well. And of course, I was just playing around with it. And you can see it's not like terrible, but watercolor is a lot harder to control on wood. It will just seep through. Although I did use a primer before I actually started, so that's why it actually stood a little bit. But as you can tell, I'm working on adding some polyurethane to it to help seal it so that when I put it outside, maybe it won't just wash away. Cross our fingers and hope that does not happen. Anyway, it was a bad idea, but I still kind of like it. I wouldn't do it again, but I'm still gonna put them up and we'll see how it holds up over time. Follow along with me to see how I have created these, and I will talk about the different flowers and hopefully bring you a little bit of inspiration and peace and relaxation while you watch. So just enjoy the video.
Primulas, also known as primroses, are among the first flowers to bloom in spring, often pushing through the cold, hard soil to greet us with their bright, cheerful colors. Their soft petals in shades of pink, yellow, purple, and white are a reminder that even after the harshest winters, life can return in full bloom. Primulas seem to embody resilience and gentle reminder that even when life feels dormant, new beginnings are always just around the corner. The name primula is derived from the Latin word primus, meaning first or primary, reflecting their early appearance in spring. They are often seen as symbols of renewal and hope, showing us that no matter how long or cold the winter, we too have the ability to rise again when the time is right. Primulas are also associated with the idea of patience as they slowly emerge and bloom over time, teaching us that good things, including personal growth, take time to unfold. In Victorian times, primroses were given as tokens of love and affection. Their delicate beauty and early arrival made them symbols of enduring love that could stand the test of time and weather the harshest seasons. In many ways, primulas are a reminder that love and beauty, much like these flowers, can thrive even in the most challenging conditions. As we paint these primulas together, I invite you to think about areas in your life that might need a little bit more patience and care. What part of your life are you nurturing? Wait for it to bloom in its own time. Let these primulas inspire you to have patience with your own growth, knowing that even the smallest steps can lead to something beautiful and lasting. Every spring, I find myself drawn to the tulips I see around the mall and at my church. There's something so striking about their vibrant colors, standing tall and proud as if they're welcoming the warmth and light of a new season. Their beauty seems to capture the essence of spring itself, fresh, vibrant, and full of possibility. Tulips have long been symbols of new beginnings, love, and resilience. Despite their delicate petals, they're able to endure through the cold of winter, and when they bloom, it feels like a promise that good things are on the way. I love how tulips can appear in so many shades, from deep reds to soft pastels, showing us that life, like tulips, is full of diversity and richness. For me, seeing tulips bloom is a gentle reminder of the strength and grace we all possess, even in moments when we feel uncertain. They grow with quiet confidence, standing tall and resilient no matter what's happening around them. In many ways, they remind me that we don't have to be loud or flashy to make an impact. Sometimes it's about standing firm and letting our true beauty shine through. As we paint these tulips together, think about a new beginning in your life, or something you're ready to embrace with grace. Maybe it's a challenge, a change, or simply a moment of personal growth. Let the tulips inspire you to face it with the same quiet strength they carry, knowing that like them, you too have the resilience to bloom beautifully. There is something so special about daffodils, those bright yellow flowers that seem to spring up overnight, announcing the arrival of warmer days. I have a patch of them planted by the ditch area down in front of my house, and every year when they bloom, I can't help but smile. It's like a little promise that the cold winter is behind us and new beginnings are right around the corner. Daffodils have long been symbols of hope, renewal, and rebirth. In ancient times, they were seen as a sign of the sun returning after a long, dark winter. To many cultures, they represent the strength to move forward even after difficult times. It's no wonder that when we see them emerging from the earth, we feel a sense of optimism for the season ahead. They're a reminder that no matter how cold or hard the winter may have been, the warmth of spring always follows. For me, each daffodil feels like a little burst of hope, a signal to embrace the changes and growth that come with every new season. Their cheerful blooms give me the courage to look ahead, to face challenges with fresh energy, and to believe that anything is possible if we remain open to the transformation. As we paint these daffodils together today, I invite you to think about your own season of renewal. What in your life feels like it's been waiting to bloom? What's something you're ready to let go, grow, or transform in the upcoming season? Take a moment to reflect as we paint, and let the daffodils remind you that you too have the strength to begin anew. Purple anemones with their bold, vibrant color and delicate petals are a striking reminder of both beauty and resilience. These flowers bloom in shades of rich purple and violet, offering a sense of strength that belies their delicate appearance. Known for their ability to thrive in challenging conditions, anemones have long been symbols of protection and resilience. In Greek mythology, the anemone is tied to the story of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, who is said to have created the flower from the tears shed for her lover, Antinous. According to the legend, the anemone grew from her grief, transforming sorrow into beauty. This story gives the anemone its association with protection, especially from harm and emotional pain. The anemone in many ways represents the strength we gain through hardship, turning our wounds into sources of growth and beauty. In addition to being a symbol of protection, anemones are also linked to new beginnings. Their blooms appear early in the season, signaling the arrival of spring and the potential for fresh starts. Much like the early days of spring, the anemone teaches us that no matter what we may have faced, we always have the opportunity to begin again, to grow and to bloom in the face of adversity. As we paint these purple anemones, I encourage you to reflect on the strength that comes from your own challenges. What have you learned from your struggles, and how can you turn those experiences into a source of beauty and renewal? Let these anemones remind you that even in difficult times, there is always the possibility of growth, protection, and the chance for a fresh start. The cherry blossom with their delicate petals and fleeting beauty are one of the most beloved symbols of spring. Every year they bloom in a spectacular display of soft pinks and whites, filling the air with a sense of wonder. Their blossoms appear for only a short time, but in that brief window, they remind us of the preciousness of life and the beauty of impermanence. The cherry blossom holds deep cultural significance, especially in Japan, where the bloom is celebrated in a tradition known as hanami, the art of appreciating the fleeting beauty of the flowers. For centuries, the cherry blossom has symbolized the transient nature of life. Its short lifespan from bloom to fall reminds us that life itself is fragile and beautiful in its temporarity. The cherry blossom teaches us to embrace the present moment and appreciate the beauty around us, even if it only lasts for a short while. In addition to being a symbol of life's impermanence, cherry blossoms also represent new beginnings and renewal. As they herald the arrival of warmer weather, they encourage us to start anew, to let go of the past, and to embrace the future with open arms. Much like the cherry blossoms cycle, we too have moments of growth, blooming, and renewal, and they remind us to make the most of each season of our lives. As we plant these cherry blossoms today, think about what new beginnings you might be stepping into. What can you let go of and make room for something new to bloom in your life? Let the cherry blossoms inspire you to cherish the present moment and embrace the beauty in each season of growth and change. Lilacs are one of the sweetest fragrances of spring, filling the air with their unmistakable scent and soft, delicate blooms in shades of purple, white, and pink. Their beauty is both gentle and bold, and their fleeting presence reminds us of the beauty found in the moment. Every time I see lilacs bloom, I'm taken back to memories of warm spring afternoons and the feeling that everything is in bloom, not just outside, but within as well. Lilacs have deep symbolism, especially in relation to love and renewal. In Victorian times, they were often associated with the first signs of love, symbolizing new beginnings in relationships and a fresh start. The flower's purple variety in particular is often linked to the early stages of romance, representing youthful love and affection. Beyond love, lilacs are also connected to renewal, making them the perfect flower to welcome the vibrant energy of spring. In Greek mythology, the lilac is connected to the goddess Hera, who was said to have turned a nymph into a lilac bush as a symbol of protection and strength. The flower, therefore, also carries a sense of resilience, protecting and nurturing those who are ready to bloom in their own time. Lilacs remind us that sometimes love and renewal take patience, and that strength is often found in quiet moments of growth. As we paint these lilacs, I invite you to think about the relationships or areas of your life that may need some renewal. What can you nurture, like the lilac's blossoms, to encourage it to bloom into something new? Let the lilac inspire you to embrace both love and renewal in your own life, and remind you that even the most delicate moments can be full of strength and beauty. Hyacinths are some of the most enchanting flowers of spring, with their clusters of delicate, fragrant blooms in colors ranging from lavender to pink to white. They seem to invite us to pause, take a deep breath, and soak in the freshness of the season. Known for their strong, sweet scent, hyacinths bring with them a sense of joy and vitality that feels contagious. Historically, hyacinths have deep roots in mythology and symbolism. In Greek mythology, the hyacinth was believed to have sprung from the blood of a young prince named Hyacinthus, who was accidentally killed by Apollo, the god of sun. In his grief, Apollo transformed his beloved into a flower to honor his memory. Because of this, hyacinths symbolize both beauty and loss, as well as rebirth and renewal. The flower's vibrant colors represent the emotional spectrum of love, loss, and hope. In the language of flowers, hyacinths are often seen as symbols of playfulness and joy. Their lively, colorful blooms suggest the excitement of spring's arrival and the playful energy it brings. They remind us that life, though sometimes bittersweet, is full of moments to celebrate and embrace with joy. The hyacinth teaches us to stay open to renewal and growth even in the face of challenges. As we paint these hyacinths together today, think about where you could invite more playfulness and joy into your life. Is there a part of you that's been waiting for the renewal that spring brings? What could you release? Like the myth of Hyacinthus, to make space for something new to grow. Let the hyacinths guide you toward a fresh start and encourage you to embrace the playful, renewed energy of the season.
Thank you for joining me in this video. I'm about to put these up, but the screws I have are too small, so I'm gonna have to go get some. But I really enjoyed this spring painting. I hope you enjoyed it well and that you are inspired. I am so ready for spring. It's way too cold to be out here building this fence. But I hope you'll come back next week as we continue and do our summer flowers and go master your next moment.